Today we're taking a look at these ends, which are happening on Friday, November 25, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Oklahoma City Thunder vs Chicago Bulls. The Bulls look to be the team trending in the right direction in this matchup. Chicago's offense has done damage in their past 2 games against 2 of the better defensive teams in the league in Boston and Milwaukee. They now get a crack at an OKC team that has struggled to contain their opponents. Look for the Bulls to lean on DeRozan's mid-range game and White's ability to penetrate the soft OKC defense. OKC doesn't have the kind of defense that can exploit the Bulls' occasional lapses with turnovers. Take the Bulls minus 1.5 points. This line opened at 232 and already it is up 2 points, but I still like the over here as both teams struggle defensively, which should allow for a ton of points. The Thunder have also been ridiculous in hitting the over this season, so there is no reason to think it should stop here. OKC is currently playing at a pace of 104.1, which ranks 4th in the NBA, while the Bulls are playing at a pace of 102.4, which ranks 13th. Meanwhile, in the Thunder's last 8 games, they are averaging an incredible 252.25 ppg, while Chicago is averaging 223.5 ppg, but will be in a dogfight here. OKC will push the pace on Chicago, will force the Bulls to play faster, which is why I like the over here, as this line could easily be 240. Houston Rockets vs Atlanta Hawks. After winning 3 straight games that ended with a 117-98 rout of the Bucks at home, the Hawks can't get out of the win-1-lose-1 rut they've been in. In their last 8 games, the Hawks have traded a win for a loss from game to game. Atlanta knocked off the red-hot Sacramento Kings on Wednesday night, 115-106, and will look to put together another win streak starting in Houston. On Wednesday night at home, Trae Young scored 35 points, and Clint Capella added a double-double with 11 points and 14 rebounds to end the Kings' win streak at 7 games. Houston has won just 3 games this season and are in the midst of a stretch of 5 losses in their last 6 games. In their last game, they fell victim to vintage performance from the Splash Brothers Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in a 127-120 loss to the Warriors. The duo combined to score 74 points to down the young Rockets team. Kevin Porter Jr. led Houston with 30 points, while rookie forward Jabari Smith Jr. had a solid night with 22 points. The Rockets held a 65-61 lead at the half, but were unable to slow down Golden State's dynamic duo. The Hawks have been painfully inconsistent over the last 2 weeks and play a young and hungry Rockets team that, while they continue to lose, have been solid against the spread this season, 9-8 ATS overall. At home, in fact, the Rockets are 1-5 overall, but 3-3 ATS. Atlanta has had some difficulty putting points on the board, and the Rockets will run off of misses and should be the better rebounding team in this matchup. This one will likely come down to the final possession or 2 and should result in another cover for the Rockets on Friday. Take Houston plus 7 points. Atlanta started out strong against Sacramento as they got out to a 35-26 lead after the first quarter. The Hawks then cruised to a 72-57 lead at the half and easily won the game despite being outscored by 6 in the third quarter. In the game, Atlanta was led by Trae Young, who dropped 35 points, while DeJounte Murray had 15 points and DeAndre Hunter had a double-double with 13 points and 10 rebounds. Houston has dropped its first 2 games of a 4-game homestand, and in its last game against Golden State, they struggled early in the first quarter as they were outscored 40-28 in the first, but then outscored the Warriors 37-21. Yet, they fell apart in the second half, but were led by Kevin Porter Jr. who dropped 30 ppg, while Jabari Smith Jr. had 22, and off the bench, Tari Eason had 19 points. I also like the over in this one as both defenses struggle and leave a lot of open looks, while both teams can score. Houston plays at a pace of 103 which ranks 10th, while Atlanta plays at a pace of 103.9, which ranks 6th in NBA. Although Houston is just 9-8 in hitting the over and Atlanta is 10-8, this is the perfect matchup for hitting the over. In Atlanta's last 8 games, they are averaging 226.25 ppg, while Houston is averaging 226.9 ppg, which is why I like the over. Despite both averaging below that number, against one another and with the defenses struggling, points should be plenty. As well, both will push the pace after having some time off, and I like the over 235.5 points. Milwaukee Bucks vs Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers are currently in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference standings, as they are only 2.5 games back from the first place Boston Celtics. They will need to stay hot if they want to inch closer to the top 2 seeds. On offense, they are scoring 115.5 points per game, and they have shot 48.7% from the field. This is the 8th most points scored per game, and the 5th highest team shooting percentage from the field. According to dunksandthrees.com, Cleveland has an adjusted offensive rating of 116.8, which is the 4th highest rating in the league. They have also shown that they can attack the basket or step behind the arc and knock down deep threes. The Cavs are shooting 39.8% from 3, which is the 2nd highest three-point shooting percentage in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell continues to lead the way, as he is scoring 30.1 points per game on 50.5% shooting from the floor. The Cavs have also taken advantage of their free looks at the charity stripe, as they are shooting 80.1% at the free throw line. This is the 9th highest percentage in the NBA, as they can't miss out on these free points if they expect to win these games. I will be hammering the Cleveland Cavaliers, plus 3.5, on the road against the Bucks, as they are one of the hottest teams in the league, and I see them being the better team on both ends of the floor. According to dunksandthrees.com, they have the 4th highest adjusted offensive rating and the 3rd best adjusted defensive rating. They will get the job done on both ends of the court and keep this game within the spread. The Bucks have been horrible on the offensive end of the court to begin this season, and I see that trend continuing in this one. They have the 25th lowest adjusted offensive rating, and they have the 25th lowest team shooting percentage from the field. Cleveland will continue to contest shots near the rim and on the perimeter, as they won't allow the Bucks to score enough points to pull away in this game. The Cavs are also allowing the 5th least amount of points per game and the 8th lowest shooting percentage from the field. The Bucks will struggle to find open looks, as the Cavs will do everything they can to contest each shot that goes up. Now, I understand that Milwaukee is a solid defensive team, but the Cavs have been cooking on the offensive end of the floor. Donovan Mitchell will continue to lead the way on the offensive end of the court, and Cleveland will score just enough points to keep this game within the spread. Pick the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road and take the points, plus 3.5. The Milwaukee Bucks are in 2nd place in the Eastern Conference standings, as they trail the 1st place Boston Celtics by 2.5 games. They will be looking to bounce back in this one after their tough loss to the Bulls on Wednesday night. On offense, they are scoring 111.5 points per game, and they have shot 44.9% from the floor. This is the 16th most points scored per game, but only the 25th highest shooting percentage from the field. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Bucks have an adjusted offensive rating of 109.1, which is the 25th highest rating in the league. They have struggled to consistently knock down shots from inside the paint and on the outside. Giannis Antetokounmpo continues to lead the way for the Bucks, as he is scoring 30.5 points per game and snatching 11.6 rebounds. Unfortunately, Milwaukee has been horrible at the free throw line to begin this season. They have only made 71.3% of their shots at the charity stripe, as this is the 29th lowest percentage in the league. They have to take care of these free looks at the rim if they expect to consistently win these games. The first meeting between Cleveland and Milwaukee went under 218, mostly because Cleveland got so cold in the second half, 38 points, and the Bucks took their foot off the gas with just 18 points in the fourth quarter. Friday's meeting should be fairly close based on the -3-point spread, so look for more of a back-and-forth matchup that results in a lot of points. Antetokounmpo has gone for 36+ in 2 straight, while Garland and Mitchell are red hot as well. Take the over 216 points.